Hello, I'm Wendy Wilson, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Realizing Potential. Periodically, I'd like to invite specific guests that are entrepreneurs on the local level, regional, or state. And today is no exception. I've been impressed with this amazing woman who is known throughout the city of Albany for her particular business, which focuses on eyewear. She's done an amazing job, and I wanted to showcase her as an inspiration to our students and certainly to our viewers about the commitment and the pathways of entrepreneurship. She is none other than Miss Tiffany Black. How are you today?
I am amazing and super excited to be with you today. Thank you so much
You're
for
so very
having me.
you're so very welcome, and thank you for your patience. I know we've been trying to make this happen for a while, and finally got it on the calendar. Share with the viewers a little bit about your background as it relates to what inspired you to become an entrepreneur, and then specifically the area that you are in, which is eyewear.
Absolutely. I was born in the beautiful island of Freeport, Bahamas. When I was 4 years old, my parents and the rest of our siblings decided to move to Miami, Florida. And my family and I moved from Miami, Florida, January of 2007, here to the good life city of Albany, Georgia. Entrepreneurship has really been embedded in my blood, and I didn't realize that that's what it was. I just saw my parents go from buying blow pops and selling it to kids to buying bags of potato chips once they found out where the ice cream truck got their supplies from. And so we became the candy house. We became the house that the kids came to during the summer to buy the ices, and they would buy hot sausages and potato chips and you name it.
Yes.
We were the ones that they came to. And so as children, we had to be the ones to do the exchange, goods for money. And entrepreneurship has just been embedded in my blood because my parents went from being the candy house to buying houses, renovating them, and renting them out to needy families.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that story, and is probably common across the US or the globe where enterprising families decided that we're going to address a need within our respective communities, and probably intentionally, in some cases unintentionally, exposing and conditioning their children as to the possibilities that await them to develop an area of expertise or a specialization, if you will. So you had this great inspiration. It was normalized in your household that
Yes.
yes, that we can provide a service or products in this particular case to those that meeting the demand in that particular community. So you then again had that exposure day one from your parents. At what point did you say, you certainly knew that you could do it, but at what point did you say, this is what I want to do in the community of Albany?
So one of the things that I wanted to do, especially as a business owner, was provide an opportunity or a space where I can hire people. That's been the ultimate goal. I had a conversation with what was the time my business mentor. And he asked me, because I was like, I want to be a business owner. And he asked me, why do you want to own a business? And I had this idea. I'm like, well, I just want to be my own boss. I want to do my own thing. And he told me that's the wrong answer. The
Mm.
wrong answer. The right answer is you want to be a business owner so that you can hire people. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to multiply yourself. You want to be able to be in one place, in five different places at one time. Because if all of your income is based upon 100% of all of your efforts, then what happens when you can't function at the same capacity as what you started? Then what happens to your
Mm.
income? And so what we did was, though we sell eyewear, we also have a building where we sublease to different business owners. And then the eyewear company online sells so that we can make money pretty much in our sleep. So we don't actually have to be in the building or in a place, so that and our business can continue to function and do well without us physically having to be in the location.
I love that. I love that, generating revenue while you are sleeping.
Absolutely.
And he gave you some absolutely great advice. Yes, you're only one person, and I see so many individuals that are in the entrepreneurship realm, and a lot of it is just having access to resources. So we can't
Sure.
immediately, jump into the sea with, with an accountant, an attorney, with a people immediately on our staff, an operations manager. The list goes on to help us. So we wind up managing or wearing all of those hats. Meanwhile, we're drowning in the sea. So I love that
Absolutely.
he gave you that guidance early on, so that you can then begin to design your business with that thought that I've got to, as soon as possible, bring on a team. So not only that this business can have some sustainability, but some longevity.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
good.
With minimum effort of my own.
Yes. Yes. I
Which
love
was,
that.
I think, the best advice that he could have ever given me. Of course, when he first said that to me, I was taken aback because,
Yes.
you think you're an entrepreneur, you move, you do your own thing, and, you're your own boss, you show up when you want. And that is so far from the truth. Oh, you definitely have a strict regimen that you have to put yourself
Oh my
on
goodness.
in order for your business to function and produce and do well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that. I too absolutely love what I do for Albany State University, but
Yeah,
also, have a while had a business and kind of been expanding that. And you're absolutely right. You have to identify specific time to do specific things. Otherwise, 1 week, 2 weeks, a month has gone by, and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to send that letter, or I need to go and update my book. So great advice that you received. Of course, we have a
absolutely.
business. We have a business program here at Albany State University, actually,
Yes.
our College of Business and Professional Studies. I was so impressed to learn, speaking with our Dean Williams, who's over involved in student activities, to say that we probably have close to 70 students that are entrepreneurs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the ones that we've captured. I'm sure that there are more. So I was so impressed. This generation, now this I'm a couple generations behind the current ones that are
Me
matriculating.
too.
Yeah, matriculating here at Albany State. But I'm just so impressed, yeah, by their ability to absolutely, I want to earn this degree and I want to have this great career, but it does not mean that I can't simultaneously have my own business. So we're working with them, trying to expose them. We had a woman that I know, and she's coached me along the way. She came and spoke to the students probably last month about the fundamentals of starting your business, but then maintaining your business, some absolutes that you must do. I would like for you to share with the viewers, you received some amazing advice starting off. What advice would you give our students, particularly those that are in that entrepreneur space, that you wish you had known early on, but you have now started practicing or adopted as it relates to your business?
So, one of the things that I wish someone would have told me about was all of the resources that are available for minority owned businesses. I
Ah,
wish someone would have told me that most of the people, most wealthy businesses never open up a business with their own funds. There is
mm,
funding that is available for you to have working capital, for you to hire, for you to have work done on your business, for you to expand. There are programs available so that you can have a virtual presence. I never knew that. When I first started a business, everything came out of pocket and I was drained and almost wanted to quit and give up.
okay.
But one of the things my dad used to tell me often, and I know it's not grammatically correct, but he would say, Tiffy, don't let nothing whoop you. I don't care what it is,
Mm.
whether it's opening up a bottle or opening up a business. Don't let nothing whoop you. And had I not had that,
Yeah.
I probably would have quit and given up by now.
Yeah.
But what I've learned throughout the years is one of the things that I've learned throughout the years is you want to make sure that you set up a system to where you own nothing, but you manage everything. And
Mm.
so you put everything in the business name. You get a DUNS number, you get your EIN number, you get your LLC, you get all of the background stuff taken care of so that when these fundings become available, when these programs become available, you can qualify, you can get grants, and you can get loans, and you can, you know what I mean? There's so much that's available, but that back office has got to be put in place and be structured correctly so that you don't disqualify yourself.
I love that. That is great advice. Absolutely. And again, it goes to exposure and then just access to information. Now,
Absolutely.
one of my frustrations with this generation too is this generation and the one prior came into the world knowing about these handheld devices and access to information 24 hours, lightning speed. And so, but they'll come to you, where do I get this from? And I'm like, well, you can start with just doing a Google search. But thank you for, yeah. How do I start my business? What mechanics, what tools do I need? So they forget to access the obvious. Thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing
And you
that
can always
information.
go to sba.gov.
Yes. Yeah.
SBA.gov gives
Hmm.
you everything. It walks you through the process step by step and gives you a list of resources that are available in your community that you can tap
Wow.
into.
Small business administration. Absolutely. So there's no
Absolutely.
excuses. No excuses. Thank you for sharing that. Great advice. Eyewear. What is it that made you say,
Yes.
this is what I'm passionate about. This is the product I'm going to sell.
So I've grown to love eyewear. I am actually a licensed cosmetologist for 27 years.
Okay.
I had another building. And in that building, it was so large that I decided I was going to take some of the space out of the building and build a hair store inside of the hair salon. So if my clients needed a comb, a brush, conditioner, whatever, it would be in that particular stop. I also added sunglasses initially.
Okay.
It was sunglasses, and they sold quickly. But then I started
Mm.
having customers that would come into the store and say, I would like to buy, but I can't see. Like, I need to be able to have prescription in it. And it just kind of snowballed. I said, well, let me get glasses that are designed with your vision in mind. So you can take them to
Mm.
any optometrist anywhere and put your prescription in it with no problem. And it snowballed, and it's become a love, and it's become a passion. And we've gone from just providing the glasses to now we're customizing glasses to now you can put
Oh,
your logo on your glasses. You can put your name, or you can put your brand on your glasses. Yeah, and so we went
wow.
from there, and it's been amazing. It's been an amazing
Good.
journey. We have had highs and lows, but it has all been worth it. I am here, and
Yes.
I'm here to stay. I love it.
Well, good. Thank you for mentioning the highs and the lows because
Yeah,
oftentimes, I just left a conference a couple weeks ago, and that was one of the one of the topics that was kind of fluid throughout. That just like life, you can't get through anything without having some highs and lows. Just
absolutely.
embrace that as your reality and keep progressing with it. Whatever the situation might be, don't become paralyzed with it. Use it as a learning opportunity and keep forging ahead. So thank you for sharing that because so much of I think social media has created this world where we think that, oh, we just see a glimmer of it or, a 60-second reel and that's something that I want to do. And as you said earlier, having no idea as to what the back end looks like and the work that's involved in that. So you have to be absolutely passionate and know that it's going to be
Mhm.
some days it will bring you to your knees, but you get back up and you keep moving forward.
It will bring you to your knees. It'll bring you to tears. It'll bring you to want to throw your keys in. It is. If I didn't know and come to the what I call the real realization that there were people depending on me to succeed, I would
Oh,
have quit.
wow. Wow.
Yeah. And so yeah, I think having a clear
Hmm.
why are you doing this? What is the end goal? What is the ultimate goal? Without having that and then going back to it, because sometimes we write goals down and we
Hmm.
walk away from it.
That's right.
Sometimes you have to go back and revisit those goals so that you have a clear vision every day of why you have to get up, why you have to get up before everyone else, why you go to bed after everyone else.
Mhm.
You have to have a clear goal. Otherwise, it becomes overwhelming.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have what I call scatterbrain.
Hmm.
Owning a business will have you doing this and doing that and doing this if you don't have a clear objective. And so I
Yes.
guess that's another type of advice that I would give to the students or the young entrepreneurs. Make sure you have a clear vision and you write it down. I've had
Hmm.
days and moments where I can have 5 things that need to get done, and I may get 2 of those things done
Hmm.
because I didn't write it down. Then I have days that I write down 12 things that needs to be done in the same day, and I get a minimum of 10 of them done.
Yes.
And so there's something different about getting up and writing down what you have to get done
Mhm.
throughout the day that it gives you a deliberate
Sure.
objective for the day.
I agree. It establishes intention. And then it helps
Absolutely.
to, yeah, it helps to fortify that commitment to the
Yeah.
overarching goal and then the sub goals, the immediate goals, the objectives for the day that you need to accomplish. And then of course you don't always get them all done, so they carry over to
Correct.
the next day. Yeah, that's absolutely life, but certainly a part of that entrepreneurship life. Where can viewers find you? You mentioned an online platform. I know you have a brick and mortar. So, how can they learn more about your amazing eyewear? I have to say, you have me intrigued. You had me. You're like, oh, we can brand and we can put your business logo on there. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta get in contact with her.
So, of course, like you mentioned, we do have a brick and mortar right here in the good life city of Albany, Georgia.
Yes,
Our address is 2206 Palmyra Road. Again, that's 2206 Palmyra Road. You can also find us online at www.ardens, and that's spelled A as in apple, R as in Richard, D as in diamond, A as in apple, N as in Nancy, S as in special, Ardens Hair Store at gmail.com. Arden's Hair Store at, no, I'm sorry, www.ardensupplies. I'm so sorry, Arden Supplies, ardensupplies.com. So we came up with the name Ardens because it's a combination of my 2 sons' name. My oldest son is
oh,
named REA, and my youngest son is named Daniel. And so we took the two and put it together,
I
and that's how
love
we came
it.
up with Ardens.
I love it. I love it. And then, of course, as your parents did, instilling the entrepreneurial spirit into
Absolutely.
your sons as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited about what awaits you. Thank you so much. I'm happy to see the evolution of eyewear over the years.
Yes.
And yeah, people incorporating it into their own style and not being beholden to one pair. But I'm also happy to hear that it sounds like a lot of your clients are also saying, "Listen, I need to see, and I need to see properly." Yeah, so I love what you're doing, and that you said, yeah, I understand your vision is certainly paramount and always important, but we can do it in a stylish way too. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for being an example for other entrepreneurs, those that are inspired. And I'm sure many will be inspired by you. But I don't want anyone to miss, although they did not grow up in a, or may not be growing up in a household similar to a Tiffany Black, that there are countless of examples of entrepreneurship across the globe. And what I'm just find great delight in, so many now have the opportunity to see those entrepreneurs that look like you and I. Yeah, that's so
I love
important. Representation is just absolutely a must. So thank you for being a part of that representation space
that.
for those that a little bit younger than you and I know I'm older than you are, But again, and I don't want to even put an age on it because again, whenever you decide to start is the right age for you. So if you're 65 or 5, yeah, you too can do it. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much. We'll have to figure out a way that we can get you before our students.
I
Uh,
would love that.
and you can have some one-on-one time and especially just showcasing the importance of you cannot give up. You're going to have some difficult days, but stay beholden to those goals that you've set for yourself and understanding your why. If I didn't hear anything, I've read several books about the value, and I think there is a book called Understand Your Why. And helping you to craft whatever it is, whatever business endeavor it is that you seek to do.
Absolutely. It'll be a great pleasure and great honor to be able to stand in front of your students and just pour into them all the knowledge that I've learned throughout the years, as well as the knowledge that's been poured into me. I figure that is the reason why I've gone through some of the experiences is so
Yeah,
that I can turn around and help someone else
I love
to
that.
help them, avoid falling into some of the same pitfalls. So yeah, it'll be my honor.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. We'll definitely have to make that happen in early 2024. I will certainly be in touch. Tiffany Black, continued success with your business. I'm so happy that your parents were bold enough to say we are going to make the best of what we have and impact not only our children's lives, but those generations to come. And you are an example of that. So thank you so much for
Thank
sharing
you.
your story today and continue success with your business.
I appreciate it so much. It's been a pleasure and it's been my honor.
It has been my pleasure. Viewers, thank you so much for joining me today for this edition of Realizing Potential. I'm Wendy Wilson, and I look forward to seeing you next time.